This is a very nice piece. This is really a nice piece. That's the piece itself. There's a beautiful zach. Welcome to the weekly piece on the Parsha from Torah Giants on Chumash, written by Rabbi Meir Goodman. Sit back and enjoy.
Welcome to Torah Giants on Chumash. I'm Steve Geller. We've said it before. There are so many ways to learn the deep and hidden lessons beneath the fertile soil of the Torah. This is an example of just that. Let's jump right in. And Lavan had two daughters, the big one named Leah and the little one named Rochel. In chapter 19, the Torah refers to Lot's daughters as the older and the younger. So why are Leah and Rochel described here as the big one and the little one? Bereshis Rabbah addresses this point. Both sisters bore princes and kings, slayers of lions, prophets, judges, conquerors of lands. Leah was given two nights. The night of Paro, when Moshe and Aaron, descendants of Levi, struck Egypt's firstborn, and the night of Sancheriv, when Chizkiyahu HaMelech from Yehuda prayed for deliverance and an angel destroyed the enemy's army. Rachel was also given two nights, the night of Gidon, descendant of Menashe, who vanquished Midian in a night attack, and the night of Mordechai from Binyamin, the turning point of the Purim story occurring on the night that Achashverosh couldn't sleep. According to Rav Avraham Kilov in his Sefer Avnei Berekes, this midrash underscores a fundamental difference between the two sisters. Leah's nights were great nights of Geula and swift miraculous vengeance in Eretz Yisrael, respectively. Rachel's, however, involved a victory against an army bent not on destroying Israel, but on exacting tribute, and a special night in Gullus, which began a process bound by natural law. Measured against one another, Leah's nights are far more significant. Similarly, in discussing the adjectives big and small, Bereshis Rabbah notes that Leah is big in her gifts, eternal priesthood and kingship, whereas Rachel is little in hers. Yosef, Shaul HaMelech, and Shiloh, all transitional people and places. These midrashim hint at an important theme. Rachel represents the power of crucial beginnings in Jewish history, which Leah then develops into permanent realities. While Yosef is Israel's first provider in Egypt, it's Moshe who oversees the Exodus. While Shiloh temporarily houses the Mishkan, its eternal home is in Yerushalayim, basically in Yehuda's territory. While Shaul begins the monarchy in Israel, it passes forever from Binyamin to Yehuda with the rise of David HaMelech. So too, the conquest of Eretz Yisrael begins with Yehoshua, a descendant of Ephraim, but it ends with David. Likewise, initially Yaakov desired only Rachel, but it was Leah and her handmaiden who bore 8 of the 12 tribes of Israel. According to Bereshis Rabbah, Yaakov eventually recognized Leah's primacy, for Yisrael bowed at the head of the bed. Who was the head of Yaakov's bed, if not Leah? Thus, Mashiach ben Yosef will usher in the Geula, but our redemption will culminate in the arrival of Mashiach ben David, marking the final manifestation of this historical pattern. I knew our Rav Eytan Feiner would really like this beautiful piece by Rabbi Goodman. When I first mentioned it to him, he told me he had written something on this very topic, the Torah's use of bigger and smaller for younger and older. He showed me what he had written, and the key section is in fact brilliant. Let's now consider the following. While the descriptive katan often stands alone, as seen all throughout Parshas Miketz in reference to Binyamin, the term tzair is almost always accompanied by its contrasting bechor. Clearly then, Lavan wants to highlight to Yaakov that Rachel is not simply a katana, as viewed in the Torah's terminology, but rather a tzaira to the older Leah, whom he labels the female equivalent of a bechor. Ostensibly, Lavan wishes to inform Yaakov that, in contrast to Yaakov's conniving in acquiring Esav's birthright, he intends to exercise the rightful claim of his oldest daughter to be married off first, and married off to none other than Yaakov, who has already staked his own claim to the Bechor status. Just brilliant, and I knew he would have more to share on this piece, and as crazy busy as he is, he generously made time to record the additional color we needed.
So maybe borrowing this Avnei Berekes, it's very Geshma. Yosef HaTzadik is saying that what are you doing, Tati? How could you go ahead and switch? You're taking your right hand, putting it on the younger one. You're taking your left hand, putting it on the older one. Lo chen avik, he's a bechor. we have what? Bechor versus Rosh Ephraim, who at Sa'ir. He's the younger one. Menashe Bechor. How does Yaakov respond? Well, if the Torah referred to them as Sa'ir and Bechor, and Yosef refers to them as, he is the Bechor, said you shouldn't put your hands on the Sa'ir. How does Yaakov respond? Vayamayin Aviv. Vayomer. Yadati b'ni yadati. I know. Ki gam hu yalam v'gam hu yigdal. He'll also be great. V'ulam achiv hakaton yigdal v'mena. Right now you think he's the katan. Right now you think not so many big things are going to come from him. But in the end of the day, I'm not arguing with the ages. Like the Avnei Berekes, it's very geschmack. Like the ages, you're right. He doesn't respond and say, I have a cheshbon, why and I give it to the Tzair. Yosef, you're merely looking at it from the perspective of ages. From the perspective of ages, you're right. Just like the daughters alone. This is a Bechor, this is not Tzair. Menashe, he has the birthright, and Ephraim's the younger one. Yaakov responds and says, I'm not making a cheshbon being mad of the younger one. In my eyes, you might think right now he's the katan. But in the end of the day, HaKotan Yigdal Mimeno, this Kotan is going to turn out to be greater, right? So telling you this, where do we get the nusach that we say in every single bris? Zah Kotan Godoyeh, right? So telling you this, it all comes from here, because the nusach of the Tangi Nesil on the pasuk is Yas Yenuka b'yom demiyoto, the Tinok on the day of his bris milah. What do we say? Yeshavina Hashem k'Ephraim v'Chanashe. We should be like Ephraim and Manasseh. He says Peirush k'Shavarch Masay Yelad b'yom milah. And when you go and give the bracha, what do we say? Mevarchim hakoton godoyeh. Just like Ephraim was muked on the bracha. Va'achiv hakoton yigdal imenu. Zakoton yigdal, etc. Says Zakoton godoyeh. I know what? He's young right now. Not just young. Right now he hasn't accomplished anything. And right now he's just the beginning. Like Avnei Berekes. Right now he's just starting things off. Zakoton godoyeh. But he should do what? He should finish things. And he should give them a sense of permanence like Avnei Berekes. Hagedol hakatana zakoton godoyeh. And that's why what's in the Sikh we say the bris milah Shams Kuflam and Zayin and Reish Shem is the bris. When do you have to talk about everything in the future? Because right now he's a content. Right now you're doing a Maisa Kaddish. You're doing beginnings. You're going to start out doing beginnings. The bracha we give to you is just like Rochel and Leah. It's great to start things. Mashiach ben Yosef has got to be finished with Mashiach ben David. It's great to start things with the Shiloh, but finish it over the Beis Hamikdash, not just a Mishkan. It's great right now. Start things, but you got to finish them, and you got to give them a sense of permanence. So it's very geschmack. Yosef, you're right. This is older, this is younger, but I'm not looking through the lens. I've got a different perspective right now. Right now, he's a katan. Right now, you haven't seen big things that he's accomplished. But Yigdal Mimenu, in the end of the day, he's going to go and become great. He's going to produce a Yeshua. He's going to be Nachlas Haaretz Achulei, and he's going to do great things. He's going to merge the greater Talmid Chacham. There's Katnus and Galus. There's elder. There's younger.
Thank you, Rebbe, and thank all of you for your continued support of this channel of incredible Torah from Rabbi Goodman and so many other true Torah Giants. And of course, I know you want to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the share button to paste the link to this amazing video into emails, texts, Facebook, WhatsApp chats, or your social media of choice. They'll all appreciate you for it, and we'll all be participating in the mitzvah of Talmud Torah. Who started this whole thing off? Rachel gave Leah the passwords. She started the process that would start this whole...
Very good. The Mesiras Hasamanim. Oh, excellent. Okay. Excellent. It's very geschmack that she started out, and it's Dafka through her son and grandchildren that we're going to see this play out. Zakot on Godoyeh. It all started with Rachel, the kindness that she began.